family, wherever you're tuning in from. Drop us a comment, hashtag online, watching now, hashtag
The boys.
replay, hashtag
Morning.
Hashtag Bali.
hashtag Bali or Australia, whatever it is. I thought I'd come on here and actually do an impromptu live. We're talking about Jim Carrey this morning. We're talking about skits. We're talking about stand-up comedy. Nick's been doing a Zoom call, sort of a sales call. We've just got a fair bit going on over here. And the guys have hired motorcycles to go riding today. How much was it?
Like $25.
A whole $25.
$25 for 24 hours. And we've got these amazing bikes there. It's going to be awesome.
It's going to be amazing. So
releasing the inner boys.
Yeah, 100%.
Inner child activated 100%.
I love it so much. So I thought I'd bring them on here as well. If you guys haven't met Jason before, Jason works alongside us. Jason and I were going deep into his background this morning, which he's he's king energy. And this is my king over here, Nick. If you haven't met Nick before, say hey, Nick.
Where is it?
He's so humorous. So I'd love to...
If you don't know me by now, you should. So.
Yeah, that's very true.
Or maybe you haven't shared enough.
Oh! Held accountable smack. I love it. So from both of you guys, I want to hear your perspectives on men in business, men in this space that we all work in together, maybe some challenges that you've both experienced coming into this space and this online world compared to where you were before, and also what it is you're wanting to do in this world. So a bit of mission and what do you want to see more of from the men? So maybe we'll start with you, babe.
I was going to start with Jason, but okay.
Pass the talking stick. Literally.
The first thing that comes to me when it comes to like men and just really like working and career and business and all these types of things is men getting very clear on the type of men that they want to be for themselves, for their partner, for their kids, for their family. Most, and this is definitely something I've journeyed as well, most men just tend to dive into providing, because the role of a man is to protect and provide.
Yeah.
Most men just go into that from a place of what they've been conditioned to by their parents of the working class.
Yeah.
And the working class is very much just about providing financially because that's what they had to do.
Yeah.
And as I've gone through my journey, I've realized that, yes, providing financially is a big part of what I want to be able to do for myself, for Kristen, for our future family, for our community, for all of these things. But it's just one part of the picture as well. I want to be able to provide like emotionally, like spiritually, all these types of things. It's not just about finances for me.
Yeah.
So I feel a lot of men are very trapped in just providing financially. And that's why they party time.
If you guys heard that, that was my vibe boost.
She's a sales closing queen.
Sales closing queen. Woo!
So yeah, I feel like a lot of men are trapped in that old way of thinking of providing is just financially, and this is why I do the work that I do and work the way that I work, is because it allows me to earn great money, yes, but with what we do together, like we spend every moment of each day together, except for today when we'll be out on the bikes and you'll be looking up.
Yes.
I'll be doing my thing.
But this is the thing, is like we get to spend so much time together and doing what we do because like the type of work that we do, and like that's what it's about for me, to be able to earn good money. But I call it like a win-win way of doing things, where you win with money, but you win with time.
Yeah.
Most men work in a way where they win with money to the standard that they think they're winning with money, but they lose with time.
Oof.
And this is the beautiful thing, when you become good at what you do, or you have a good offer, or you have something good to sell, like money is easy to come by.
Yeah.
And money is something that's just energy. It comes and goes, and that's a beautiful thing. But time only goes. And time's something that you can choose to value a lot more, because time is the most valuable thing. And it's like, how do you want to spend your time? Do you want to spend all your time away from your partner, away from your work, away from your family, and not providing for them emotionally and everything like that? So that's the big opportunity for us that I see for men in this space. If That's something they want to be able to provide financially, but emotionally and with time and spend time with their family. That's the beautiful thing that they get to create in this space that, most men are just conditioned to the working class way of doing things.
Yeah, that's cool. Yeah, that's amazing. What about you, Jason?
Yeah, very similar, I guess. So when I was, and we've just had a deep conversation with Kristen here as well, just unpacking a lot of stuff from, I guess, my last kind of 3 or 4 years. So that's been a long and a deep journey for me. And, coming from more of a traditional business background as well, I just didn't think that this was possible. And the more that I thought about trying to create a business online or how does that actually work? What do I actually need to do on a daily basis? Do I have to hold all this stock, or do I have to just sit there and create content for 12 hours a day or something? If that was the case, then it's just not what I wanted to do.
Yeah.
And I first investigated looking at the online space a few years ago. And it just frustrated the absolute hell out of me. And I just didn't know where to go with that. Like, I just didn't know. I didn't have an idea of what that looked like. I didn't really have a vision and a mission and a purpose in my mind at that time around what that looked like. And then I had no structure about my day. So I was just wasting time, and I was doing what most of us do in the modern world, just looking for external answers for my internal problems. Scrolling and drinking and food and social media and porn and these kinds of things that just weren't serving me at all. But I didn't know it at the time. I wasn't aware of it at the time. So over the last couple of years, being more aware of that, having my heart absolutely smashed into a billion pieces was actually the best thing that ever happened to me.
So funny.
Because it woke me the fuck up, slapped me across the face, and it got me into that, okay, I need to do something about this. I need to be more of the man that I want to be and more of the man that I've envisioned myself to be.
Yeah.
And that's what this space and my journey and talking to people like Kristen and Nick and Court as well, they just hold you at a higher standard. They remind you that playing small is not the way to go, and what's that actually going to do for you?
Yeah.
So asking ourselves better quality questions and working on that myself, being comfortable with being vulnerable, sharing that, just, being uncomfortable and going, holy fuck, here I am, just sharing these things. Being online for the very first time, I had so much resistance to this 3 weeks ago, I think.
Literally.
1st of March, I did my first live. Prior to that, I was all clammed up inside and going, oh, what am I going to say? What am I going to do?
Oh.
So I feel myself, like, in the last 3 weeks and probably for the last 3 months, the growth and the journey that I've taken, I've had so much more growth in that time than I have in the previous 5 years. And I can't wait to see what the next 90 days looks like.
Fucking
So anybody also coming from that kind of position, understanding, and I'm here witnessing these beautiful people doing the very thing that I thought was not possible.
Yeah.
So here they are, beautiful tropical paradise, swimming in the jacuzzi, doing business calls, having mission, having purpose, talking to other people about mentoring other people about having, developing their own vision, mission, and purpose, and just creating some real significant impact. And that's the dream, right? So I'm so excited to be in this space. I'm so happy to have met you guys as well. So thank you so much. And I'm just super excited for the future.
Yeah, fucking oath.
So I'm curious on your perspective as a woman.
Yes.
So
I was waiting for that question. Otherwise, I was going to say.
Ask myself a question.
Intuition. It's on point. Go, babe.
Yes.
What's the full question?
Well, like your perspective on, what we've both been sharing as men, and what your perspective as a woman and as the way you see men, like as I was talking about, like protecting and providing, moving forward, and as a woman, like what you're looking for in not just obviously myself, that you're in an intimate relationship, but the men you surround yourself with as well.
Yeah, it's a great question. I was getting ready
Very
for it.
Very good question. I like that.
Because I think it's really powerful when both Nick and Jason, and ladies, I'd love to hear from you as I'm speaking, or anything that's dropping in from the guys, what they're saying. Like, does that resonate with you? Do you feel like you've got men who support you in this way? Do you feel like you're surrounded yourself with men who are on this vibration, this level, who are really stepping forward into their authentic selves? Like, let me know in the chat. So as they're both speaking from their own language and their own perspective on life, but their own leadership, I was just feeling like this beautiful rose in between two thorns. And I feel
we're not thorns.
I feel really
I think you're the thorn between two roses.
I feel really safe. I feel really surrendered. I feel it's not even just like I'm in this feeling, it's just my being. I am that surrenderedness. I am that softness. I am that supported ultimately. And that's because they are their own individual selves on their own journey of discovering more about what it means for them to step into their masculinity even more, or it's really shedding actually and clearing out and delayering society's pressures or what majority of men might behave like and be like. It's about letting all of that go, or even their fathers that walked before them not repeating anything that they do and completely shedding layers on it. So really it's a rediscoverance and a remembrance of their innate selves that just activates and initiates me into even more of that for myself. So my own de-shedding and clearing of wounded feminine archetypes walking before me, my mother's mothers, and all of this energy of lineage that has been passed down and put on me. It's about me clearing all of that out as well. So it's the dance. It's the dance between the both, having healthy masculine men around me, being also a healthy feminine woman. So what does a healthy feminine woman behave like, do, be, speak like, hold herself? Like, these are all questions that I do ask myself every single day. And even in this moment, I was guided while I was talking to Jason to do this live. Didn't know what was going to come of it or what we were going to talk about. And when the download came or the intuition came in, it was like, do I just do it with Jason? Do I do it with Nick and Jason? What do we talk about? But that's the part of surrender, is you just let go of all the thoughts and you just do the action and see what unfolds. You know, I've had people coming, I can see the number going up and down, people coming in and out of the chat. Some people will watch this replay, and this whole point is for us to deliver a transmission to wherever you're at in this timeline, man or woman, on a personal, spiritual, business level, you know. So for me, it's a really great question, babe. I could go on and on and on and on and on and on and on. But I think the most...
We've got to go ride some motorbikes.
Yeah, the boys have got to go. Boys be boys. But I think that's a great starting point, is you as a woman asking yourself those high quality questions I shared before, and also looking at the men that are around you. Are they enabling this beautiful essence of you to feel safe and supported and secure? And you can see them like working on themselves and embodying exactly what they are talking about. Or do you have the opposite side of that, where you're in some toxic cycle and it's just like these men don't have their shit together and blah, blah, and you're enabling even that behavior. So because you've got that in you for some reason, it's about you transcending that too. So there's lots of avenues we can go down, but that's a great starting point, is who are you surrounded by? Like, these are incredible men who are close by to me in my world, especially one very close by. And they've got mission, purpose, leadership, drive, determination, motivation, inspiration. They know what the fuck they want. They're going for it. They don't have it all figured out, but they're certainly on the journey, because we never have it figured out either. So it's about just one step forward after another.
Yeah.
And I think it's really powerful, this business that we're all in and working in this space and coming to you online and being able to fucking travel and being able to have this like freedom of choice, freedom of movement, freedom of location, freedom of money, whatever we desire. There's just no limits. And freedom of health, it's like, fuck, you meet a whole new version of yourself and all different parts of yourself. And you really put in the arena.
Actually put into the arena.
Literally.
Yeah.
Yeah. So yeah, it's really cool. Did I answer the question, mate?
Yep.
Yeah, amazing.
Amazing.
So we can talk forever all together. I guess what's one exciting thing that both of you are looking forward to stepping into even more, or what is it that you are creating more of, building like in this space, that you can get some other men maybe thinking twice about what the fuck they're building and creating? Or maybe some men feel quite stuck with what they're building and creating right now, and there's like this fucking concrete slab on their head, and they're like, how do I do anything with this?
Something that I'm just excited to be able to do is like just live my mission, live my purpose, live things that I love doing without feeling the pressure of having to be somewhere to do it or having to work for someone else to do it. Like we literally get to travel and impact people and make money and live the life that we want to live. So I'm just excited to be able to do that more with you, more with our community, with all the people that we get to have, like, go along with this journey with, all the people that we had in Bali, all the people that we'll have in Bali another couple of times this year.
In July.
So I'm excited to do much more of that.
Okay.
And I'm excited to go ride a motorbike for the rest of today.
Yes.
It's like,
yeah, for me, very similar. I had a thought, like I had so many downloads over the last few weeks. I've been sharing
Jason's
this.
literally not sleeping.
I'm literally just like the Matrix, those green just numbers and things just going crazy for me for the light. I'm just not sleeping. And anyway, that's okay. I was
his name is now Neo.
Yeah.
Glasses.
The one.
So I had a bit of a thought that I went to a workshop many years ago. This was a long time ago. And one of the leaders in that room said at the time that his goal, now this guy was very successful, he was very driven, and he said that his goal at that point was to eliminate to the highest degree the have-tos in his life and to consistently increase the want-tos in his life. And that was his ultimate goal. And I was reminded of that very recently. So I'm adopting that purely because of the power of taking back some of that time and then using that time to create better quality impact. Instead of working for, in my background, $25, $30 an hour, you get to increase the quality of the hour by increasing the value that you can bring to that hour. Like this here, we've only been on 15, 16 minutes. This might change somebody's life.
Yeah.
And if that's the impact that we're able to create in 15 minutes of work, then that's where I want to be. That's where I want to be directing my energy. And I'm only new into this space. I'm going to continue to get better at my message and things like that. But that's my number one thing, just to take back that time again as well, and kind of what Nick said, and just to add as much value to that as possible.
Fuck, ladies, if you're watching this bloke's single. He's up for grabs. Putting an ad out on Marketplace for Jason is for free.
Well, not free, but free.
Buy him dinner first.
It comes as you being in a specific standard to attract this sort of man in who's fucking heart-led and doing something with his life and moving forward in that way and really honoring his word. Like, you've already heard it in just about 5-10 minutes. Like I'm excited. So yeah, up for sale, everybody. This one taken. Up for sale.
Maybe rental. Sure, we can create another income stream out of that somewhere if that's the way that you want to go.
Under the table, we'll talk offline.
Cash only, please. Yeah. No paper trail.
No transaction.
In those fucking skits where it's like, cut. Oh, I love it. Thanks so much, Jason, for coming on, and Nick as well for sharing. I'd love to do more of these. If you guys have men and women want to reach out to these two, like ask them any questions about, what is it that they're doing, something that landed for you and resonated with you, reach out to myself. Like, this is what we do. We show up online and our inboxes are always open for any sort of chats about that, whether it's like some sort of like you need some help right now, or you want to create a whole different reality for yourselves and you want to actually walk in the same footsteps that we're walking in, traveling more, being able to create money online, being able to learn these beautiful skills to live a more freeing life. Fucking say hello and reach out and make yourself known, because like Jason said, this fucking video could literally change your life forever. And this message and this transmission that we're sharing with you could change your life forever. And so...
And someone's going to watch this in 12 months' time, and maybe watch this in 5 minutes, and then come back to it in 12 months and go, shit, I should have, done something about it at that time. So we're this is something that I didn't have in my life before. And I really underestimated the value of community and of being around like just amazing people who, again, hold you at a higher standard and ask better quality questions and force you to make you want to move forward.
Fuck yeah.
So I never really had that before. And sometimes it can be a really fucking lonely path.
Yeah.
So it doesn't mean we're going to hold you down and shove product into your throat or make you sign on the dotted line or anything like that. It's about being here for service and to create impact. And whether you choose this method or another one, it doesn't matter to us.
No.
What matters more so, and I got this from Nick, I'm going to borrow his words, is that you consciously make a decision.
Ooh.
Is that you either say yes or no to whatever it is that you're saying yes or no to.
Yeah.
So if it's a courage piece, it's a vulnerability piece. If it's a new business, it's about learning a new skill. It's about taking that holiday. It's about asking that girl out on a date. If it's about whatever the case is, having that courage piece in place and saying either yes or no. Yes, I'm going to do it. Yes, I've done it. Or no, I'm a pussy. I'm not going to do it.
Yeah.
You make that conscious decision. If you say no and you have to live with being a pussy, you're going to want to change that because it's going to eat you up inside.
Yeah.
And I've experienced this myself through not taking action.
Yeah.
And just procrastinating and finding distraction for the sake of distraction.
Literally.
And I just don't want to do that anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Done.
So,
Yeah,
It's
it
done.
just reminded me of a quote when you were talking there. I was like, that whole quote around the best time to plant a tree is 10 years ago.
Yeah.
And the second best time to plant a tree is today.
Oh, I love that.
Yeah.
What a great finish. So how many trees are you planting now for the life that you want and to be the man that you want to be or the woman that you desire to be? That you get to choose that now is essentially the sum up of this conversation. You get to choose that as of yesterday and just like hurry, like make quick decisions because
Right now.
yeah, literally. Otherwise you're not running water, you're going to be thick mud in your energetics. All right. Well, we love you guys. We'll